Hi, my name is Ariana Reed. Sorry if you're having trouble understanding me. I'm getting over a little cold. But I am going to be an incoming junior next year, and I'm minoring in criminal justice, and my major is psychology. I would like to be an RA because I think I possess a lot of skills needed to fill the requirements of an RA. I think that it would be beneficial to have someone that students can relate to and understand, and that they feel comfortable talking to. And I believe that I do have that type of bond with a lot of students on campus, especially the upperclassmen, since we are closer in age. And even with some of the freshmen, like my suite mate, who I've grown pretty close with throughout the semester, and I think that I would be a great fit on the resident assistant staff. In my own opinion, the roles of an RA are pretty simple but very influential. I think that our main purpose is to provide guidance and an open ear and a comfortable space where people can talk and have a good experience overall on this campus. I think that while providing guidance, we can give advice on classes, we can give advice on how to deal with their living situations, and overall just make sure that their experience is as positive here as possible. Because while we're taking classes and dealing with financial aid and all these other things, it's important that a stress of a living situation is not added on top of that. I believe that another role of RA is to make the students here feel safe. It's our job to enforce all of the rules, and it's our job to make sure that there are little complaints, and when there are complaints, that they're dealt with promptly and in a correct fashion. It's really bad when people argue with their suite mates or their roommates, and just having that stress is really unnecessary, and it's a RA's job to kind of mediate that and help reduce all of those problems as simple as possible, so that we can all graduate and move on with our lives in a smooth transition. If I were to become an RA, I think that I would host programs such as like a paint it forward type of thing. I really am interested in giving back not only to the students here, but to people in the community. Even though Joseph isn't my community, it's my community while I live here and while I attend school here. So I think if we do a program where we could paint pictures or write cards for the local residents in some of these hospitals. Sometimes even like right before winter break, while we get to go home to our families, not everyone gets that opportunity. And so I think a program like that would really bring people together for a good cause. Another program might be some movie nights, just get people in my resident hall a chance to mingle, a chance to meet, because I know not everyone in these buildings know each other, especially in places where the rooms aren't always close together, or like in Bashir's or Judah. Those a lot of those students really don't get much interaction with other students living next by, because they have outdoor environments, and when the weather gets in the way, it's kind of hectic. So if we can get in one common ground and like watch movies, talk, that would be a great way to get everybody bonding. I think another program would be basketball. That court right by the commons is right there, and it's not often utilized, but we can use it to create kind of a bond. People in the halls can form teams, and they can play a basketball game with each other. They can play against us, the RAs, and I think that would be a really cool thing, to have some friendly competition and still get to know the people that we're playing with. We have many procedures and rules on campus and as a part of res life, and I think that they're important to make sure that people know that they're being saved and that their safety is a priority on this campus and that their well-being is a priority on this campus. We have procedures in place to prevent unknown people from wandering in people's rooms, from wandering in buildings, and I think that's very important for safety reasons. I think people can rest assured sending their children or even their peers, sending their spouses or whoever to this campus, knowing that they'll be safe. Living here, knowing that there are precautions in place to have their well-being in mind. I also think that those procedures are there to provide a very good experience for everyone living on this campus, including res life itself. I think that you could find a great opportunity anywhere on this campus, and just having like a set of rules kind of keeps everything organized, keeps everyone together and on the same page. It prevents confusion and conflict and difficult situations, and it keeps everyone on the same page. I believe that this career or this role in being a resident assistant can assist me in my career because it will really allow me to hone in on my leadership skills. It will also allow me to have more experience working in teams because I will have the support of my other resident assistants to help me, whether it's with programs, whether it's just working at the desk, whether it's helping me with difficult situations. I feel like having that support and actually adding to that support and being able to support my other resident assistants would be a great way for me to have good social connections and actually build more connections and have experience interacting with people like my residents. I believe that having residents that I can, lend an ear to and that I can help them express themselves or express issues that they may have, or just hang out with them and meet new people. I think that is very beneficial for anyone in any career. I'm not sure yet where my career path is headed right now. I know that since I'm majoring in psychology, I am interested in how people work and how people's minds work, and I believe that with a minor in criminal justice, I might be able to go on to working in the FBI, maybe a behavioral analyst, trying to understand people's reasonings for doing certain things and understanding what might make people motives, and then in turn catching criminals and and overall just making it safer and giving people the ease of mind of having justice at the end of the day. I think that would be a very good career for me, and I think that all the skills that I'm learning as a psychology major and all the skills that I plan to learn and acquire and utilize, skills that I already have as a resident assistant, if I get hired, I definitely think that will benefit me positively going forward in career options. Making connections. People always need to stay connected, even outside of college. These can be lasting relationships, and having practice talking to people, having practice mediating things. I could be in a corporate room and CEO, and everyone may not agree with everyone else's opinions, but being able to mediate and kind of sit back and see other people's views and being able to lead a room and steer a conversation in the right direction. I feel like that's something that I could have more practice with as a resident assistant, and that's something that will definitely benefit me in the long run, outside of college experience, because just making this transition as easy and as beneficial as possible is really the goal, not only for me but for the other students here, and for the students here who may not have that much time left, just making that transition a bit more easier. So I really hope that you consider me for this job position, and I thank you for listening.